That's good. Here we go. All right. Over here, I now go back to Wiki, and I'm just going to get going on stuff. Actually, let's peek. Who's done stuff lately? Oh, Mary Page. That's right. Right. Cool. Nice to see that. Oh, yes. I remember in the chat about the Dragon Ball suddenly has different stars on it. Nice. All right. Well, we're going to do V-Jump stuff again today. What I would like to do is go back and fill in some information that I didn't get to previously. So, actually, I didn't do the 3 actual original trial run issues to see who did the cover art. I actually don't know that they cite the cover artist on those. Well, we can go back around to those. So I'm going to be looking this afternoon to fill in cover art credits for the second trial run and then into 93, because from there on out, the work I've done, I've credited them. But then we get to 94, and what I think I'm going to do for the little bit of period where I don't have those issues, I think we're going to do some Mercari and Yahoo Japan scouring to at least get what's on the cover. And then if we poke around and we see some missing release dates too from photos on auctions, we can do that. That's a good way to fill in information from actual photos from actual things in the meantime. So we're back to the trial issues. So this is this right? Yes. The first one is Chrono Trigger. So this one's interesting, I think, in that it was an original illustration. Yeah, you joke about that, but so I did actually start a buy box. Again, I am in fact going to do this for science and find out what the what the tariff situation is going to end up being. I'm only doing books, only magazines. So this is all right. So let's talk about this because it actually applies to this exact issue I'm holding in my hands right now, which is the first issue of the second trial run of V-Jump. So as we talked about previously on these streams, if you flip towards the back of these magazines, they will tell you when the next issue comes out. This one, it was like way earlier. Okay, yeah. So down here in the bottom, this way. So this one tells you that the second trial run issue is going to be coming out on December 4th. Well, this is I am doing it for science, for all the scientists out there. So this is the first issue of the second trial run. And as we showed last time, the third and final issue of the first trial run didn't give an exact date when this was going to come out. It just said like in 6 months, we'll be back with a V-Jump. So I don't have the exact release date for this. And I don't think Julian had it in his research either from doing library stuff. So what I'm doing is I am buying about 7 issues of Weekly Jump surrounding the time that this would have been coming out. So this one has a cover date of November 22nd, which means it actually came out earlier in the month in November. So I'm getting the 1992 Weekly Jump issues from the end of October through November. Oh no, I'm going to have Goku versus Cell in the original manga serialization, even if I can't find a date in there. Like that's not a problem for me. But I expect to see in Weekly Jump a promotion for when this issue is going to be coming out. And then that can be the source of the actual release date for this issue. So that's my best bet, other than like, I'm trying to think of what other magazines of the era might have had an ad for it. I mean, Weekly Jump is the best bet for what that's going to be. Okay. So that's an aside about why I'm buying new things. I think I threw in a couple like 1999 V-Jump issues and I forget why I bought them. So, did they talk about it like it was a trial run? Yeah. So they promoted them as, you can sort of see it here. I'll try to get it up on the camera. I know I'm like down the bottom there. And then it's like backwards motion, but it's one of those things where it says like special issue of Weekly Shonen Jump, V-Jump. So they kind of launched it. Even Psycho Jump launched this way where it was like, hey, this is a new magazine. It's a sub thing tied in with Weekly Shonen Jump. And then eventually it gets its own identity and they don't put on there like special Weekly Shonen Jump issue. But that's your first clue that this is a new thing that might not stay around forever. So there you go. So what we're doing here is we are looking for, yes. Okay. So I can't read a lot of this stuff. So this is like the secret is that I do a lot of, where's my phone? I use my phone to zoom in on the text and see what I can make out. And then if I can't make anything out, I will either try to Google Translate to see if I can get the name of someone in there and then be like, oh yeah, that is in fact that person. Or I will send it to someone who can read better. So I know on this one, oh God, can we pull up? I think we did what was the name of the column? The nearly complete works of Akira Toriyama. All right, so let's do this. Site kanzenshuu.com, nearly complete Chrono Trigger V-Jump. I thought we got this. No. That was just Chrono. That was Tobal. I really thought we got the CG cover at some point on that, but I guess not. Okay. Oh, well. Well, anyway, the deal with this is that Toriyama drew something, but then they did CG over top of it, and that was used for some promotional video stuff. So I do see Toriyama's name there for the original illustrations, and I don't see that KO name that we got later. Let's see what we can pull out of this. Oh, that's Band Presto. So it might just be a generic credit. It is, yeah. So we get the original. Oh, no, we got a name there. Tadao Odaka. I don't know that name. So the Tadao Odaka. Let's see if we get anything looking up that name for like Bandai. Tadao Odaka. Bandai. We get anything? Oh yeah, I see some names here for Gundam. So this must be an old Bandai guy. Okay, interesting. And so what were the exact? So it was the CG production that was overseen by Bon Presto. Oh, Studio Deuce. Oh, Studio Deuce. Okay. Let me look at that text again. Is that name written? Studio Deuce. Yeah, it's written in katakana. Okay. So I wonder if Studio Deuss spell that. No. Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, that's at least who the person is. That Arale one, yeah, they did a lot of the. Actually, I don't know that one necessarily had like an underlying Toriyama illustration on it. I think that they do a lot of just CG from the start on those. There's the video that they put out for the release of V-Jump's monthly reboot before they started doing V-Jump Festival. I'll have to play this covertly somewhere at some point. They did an all new CG production. It's got a ship in it. I can't. No, that would be. No, this is this a ship from Chrono Trigger? This is too early for Chrono Trigger. No, this is just an original ship. Because we're way too early. Yeah, we're in 1992 here. This isn't Chrono Trigger. This is just an original CG ship. Right? I wonder if there's a feature in here that's about it. I keep confusing this as being the Epoch from Chrono Trigger, but it is in fact not. It's its own original illustration. Yeah, this is the ship that Toriyama designed to be used in that CG commercial. Raleigh does run out in CG in that commercial too. Trying to think if there are any other mascots that showed up in that. I don't think I have it down on this computer to actually go look at. Dub and Peter. Do they show anything else with this damn ship in this actual magazine issue? Is there not even a feature on the cool thing that they drew? I don't think so. Oh, maybe it's in this opening section. No, this is just a poster. The Color of a Boy. I find it hard to imagine there was nothing in this issue about this ship. They had Akira Toriyama draw. We get the coolest fucking photos of Hironobu Sakaguchi, though. This motherfucker is the coolest dude. He's just... Man. Oh, this one. Yeah, this one. This one. Look at that. Look at that. He's coming to get you. All right, so still looking for anything about the ship. V-Jump topics. I don't think there's anything about the fucking ship in the actual issue itself. It's crazy flipping through here and just seeing Hironobu Sakaguchi, Yuichi Horii. Oh yeah, there's an actual discussion between them. The Super Talk battle. And they were not even Square Enix yet. All right, so we're going to do a couple things here. We're going to call this whatever we're going to call it. Let's just start editing. So let's fix that. We're going to call this just original illustration /CG. Then we're going to do, what do we decide from is there not history in Google Translate? God damn it. I don't know what the title, because it's not just illustration for Toriyama's credit there. Something else. Original art. Oh, it's Genga. God. That makes sense. So let's see. Original artwork, Akira Toriyama. That's how I spell his name. And we got to go Akira Toriyama. Then we'll do, it was CG production. They got the full like legal title of it. It's Bon Presto Corporation Limited. Studios. And that was, what did we say the guy's name was? Tadao Kodaka. And no, Odaka. Yes, that's the name we found out there for him. Okay. That should work now. Cool. Okay. Well, we fixed that. That's so funny in my head how I always mess up the thinking that's Chrono Trigger. I think because he later does do an illustration of the epoch, doesn't he? Must. We've got that somewhere. All right. How we doing, Twitch? Everyone good? We're moving on. So that was the first of the second run. These I all have plastic bags for, so make sure you put them back in the bag. So this one, I don't think ever got an official English translation for its title. So I think it was fansubbers that coined it as Combustible Campus Guardress. There's at least an OVA. There's some manga. There might be some video games of it. I have no other familiarity with it beyond it being in VJump. So the cover artist for this is almost certainly going to be whoever the artist is for it, and I'm not going to know their name. So let's see what we got here. Let's see. Kazushi Hagiwara. Let's just see. Double check that name matches up with. Yeah. Oh, it's the bastard artist. Oh, look at that. Learning stuff. Cool. Okay. And I don't think, it was just otherwise Banana Grove Studio and the other crap in there. So it's just their name. All right. From here, we go into familiar territory with Dr. Slump and Dragon Ball. So I won't be able to read those names. No problem. Okay. So throw that in there. Put that name in caps. And we're good. So that was that one. We got page count and price on all these. Yes. Okay. So we're good there. So third one. Should look pretty familiar. It's a Raleigh riding a dragon. Who do you think did this artwork? It is, in fact, Akira Toriyama. Put the bag back on it. Yes, not an individual who is a bastard. An individual who did the manga named Bastard. And then the fourth and final trial run issue of VJump Dragon Ball. And that's Toriyama. But we'll look anyway. That is Toriyama. All right. Nice and easy. So we can put Toriyama in the TBDs. Let's copy. Preview. We're good. We filled in that information. And then for the rest of the 93 ones, they're all Dr. Slump and Dragon Ball. They're almost certainly going to be Toriyama. Oh, but also we got the brief return Dr. Slump, so there might be some Nakatsuru in there. So those will be pretty easy to read and figure out and put in. Okay, let's save it. This is very lukewarm coffee, but it's doing its job. All right, that stuff is in there. So I guess what I'll do is I'll put these 4 issues away and then go grab these issues. You know what? Here we go. Why don't we take an ad break for me to swap VJump issues? Let's make those 5 cents. Here we go. And I believe we're back, and I'm back with issues. So we are into the actual monthly reboot of V-Jump. I was about to say Weekly Shonen Jump, but the reason I was going to say Weekly Shonen Jump, the reason it's on my mind is, so as I was talking about previously, we're at the, on the front cover, it would say like special edition of Weekly Shonen Jump. That no longer says that on the front of these issues. So this is very intentionally and purposefully the full new relaunched reboot of V-Jump as its own individual entity, of course under the Jump brand still, but here we are. So let's double check all the cover artwork, but I mean, come on. Though I've been proven wrong before. Toriyama Akira. I got it. All right. That's one for Toriyama. Toriyama was still so heavily involved at this point in V-Jump. Cashman was in the first trial run. Dub and Peter was in the second trial run. At this point, Toriyama himself is not doing any of the manga. It's all spin-off stuff. We got the Brief Return of Dr. Slump. Oh, no, he's doing Ackman. Right. I was going to say he's not doing anything. I was thinking of the spin-off Ackman later, the Go-Go Ackman 3. But yeah, Toriyama's doing Go-Go Ackman at this point. So yes, that's why he's still so heavily involved. That's why I said that. I was right. All right. That's it. The next cover, August, is Dr. Slump again. Very, as usual, as always, with Toriyama and Arale artwork, usually either a direct parody of or just inserting into other kinds of scenarios. So lots of RPG settings on this. I think this one was used as a nearly complete works at some point. Okay, well, yep, that's Toriyama. So moving onward, we're into September 1993. And we've got Goku beating up a whole bunch of dudes. Are these supposed to be... Oh, yeah, this is Plan to Eradicate the Science stuff here. Cool. Oh, very timely cover image for the Brief Return of Dr. Slump. Just scary. Halloween-ish, I guess. What are we looking for? Cover artist to confirm that's Toriyama. Yes, that is. And it's very specifically Dragon Ball Z Gaiden, Toriyama Akira. So it's purposely for not just Dragon Ball as a franchise, but for Plan to Eradicate the Science. So was there a frog with a gun? In that game? I don't know. How do they get paid? Like for this, there's a lot of stuff at the time where Toriyama was specifically under contract by Shueisha and could not actually have anything published outside of a Shueisha published publication. So I don't know, like, obviously I don't think we'll ever know his exact contract. So it's hard to know, did he get like a one-time stipend for a V-Jump cover? Or is that just considered part of his, like, hey, you're helping with the launch of this. That's added into your salary for the year, something like that. I really don't know. But it's interesting. What was the first DB spinoff manga? Well, the first Dragon Ball spinoff manga was actually Hobby Warrior Bui from the V-Jump trial issues, which was a card-ass. So long before even like Victory Mission. That was the first. But between what you asked, SD or the JSAT manga, episode of Bardock was even before that. Episode of Bardock was 2011. And SD didn't launch until... Oh, no, SD launched in 2011 as well. Actually launched December 2010, didn't it, for calendar year 2011? So SD's got that beat. Oh, yeah, JSAT was before that because that was 2008. But still Hobby Warrior Bui has them all beat. I don't know. We have a spin-off manga page in the manga guide. You can go check that. See what's in there. But the first Oishi thing, must have been the JSAT. That was 2008. Did she do the manga in 2009 though? No. All right. So anyway, Toriyama. So here we go. The next one is October 1993. And this is a lot more anime styled artwork than kind of like the wispy, the pen of Toriyama. So I'm going to guess that this is actually Nakatsuru artwork. And that's because I am correct. That is Katsuyoshi Nakatsuru. Oh yeah, I remember seeing this previously. So the credit in the back still says Dragon Ball Z Gaiden for the franchise. Even though this is Dr. Slump. So I think that was like a copy and paste error from the previous issue. But that's definitely Nakatsuru artwork, and it does change the name to say Nakatsuru. So that's just really interesting. Kind of if you find those little errors here and there. Okay, so let's actually start editing and make sure we don't miss some of this stuff. So we're 93. That was the October one. That was Nakatsuru. So let's start copying in Akira Toriyama. October. That is Katsuyoshi Nakatsuru. Okay, so we've got two more. This is also Dr. Slump, but also Dragon Quest, because that's Torneko in the background there. We've got the platypus enemy, so I wonder if this might be Toriyama. It's a lot more, it's like colored pencil-y than kind of like filled in artwork. So let's find the page. Yep, this is Toriyama. So we got Dr. Slump plus Torneko no Daiboken. Is that Daiboken? Torneko's adventure? Die something. I think that was the name of the game. Yeah, so we're going to change. All right, let's double check. Torneko's Great Adventure. Yes. Torneko no Daiboken. Okay, I was correct. So we're going to change this to Dr. Slump plus Dragon Quest, and we're going to do Akira Toriyama on that one there. Okay. And then the last one for 1993. This is Toriyama. I know this through and through. This is awesome artwork of Super Saiyan Gohan. So, and we'll double check anyway. In the back, Toriyama. Cool. It's nice to fill in some of that information there. Get back in your bag. Okay. So, I already had that in there. We don't need to specify Dragon Ball Z Super Butoden 2. We can just do Akira Toriyama. Okay. Let's give it a note. Filling in 1993. Cover artists. Preview. Cool. Okay, so interesting. Of those 6 issues, Toriyama got 5 of them. Nakatsuru got 1 of them. And it wasn't even for like a notable Brief Return Dr. Slump chapter. It's just like chapter 6 there in the middle. So makes you wonder, like, did Toriyama have something else going on in August 1993 that he was unavailable to do a V-Jump cover at that exact moment? Okay, cool. Let's save that. So, folks, how we doing? I will certainly take more questions along the way here. Got to decide what else it is I want to do on the page. So let's scroll down. I don't remember. I guess I can go check if anyone credits the cover illustrations for those. But if I had to guess, just looking at the spines on those, Cashman, that's a Toriyama illustration, so I know that. The Hobby Warrior Burn-On Buoy is probably that manga artist, but there's a bunch of stuff on the cover, like it's a big collage of other characters, so I'm curious to see what's listed there. And then Dino Daiboken is probably just that manga artist whose name always eludes me. But okay, so we did those. So then we get into 1994, and here's where maybe we can do a little bit of work. I've actually got more 94 issues than I last had here. So here we do. I'm going to do another quick ad break, which is really just for me to get up and swap V-Jump issues. I'm not really making any money off the ad. So here we go. I'll be back with a couple more 1994 V-Jump issues. Yes, there will be cart tonight. No worries. We'll be back for cart. Can you actually hear me running around in the background? Not doing anything. Just getting magazines, sipping coffee. All right. So since I last edited the 1994 section of this page, it looks like I've gotten the July and August issues themselves. So July, we had the date from owning the June issue. Looks like I need to scan these covers too. I have not done so. These are... Okay, so my July issue is in pretty good shape. My August issue is a little torn up in the corner. I can probably piece together. It's a little frayed in the poo at the edge there. I might be able to edit that back together somehow. So what we're going to do at least, and then we can start doing some of the auction research, I think, is let's fill in the... Oh, did we do? Okay. No, we didn't do pages for some of the previous stuff too. So, whatever. So we're going to fill in what we can for these two issues with cover art, the illustration. I didn't do any manga content on those. Interesting. I'll have to go in. Man, maybe we should go back to January 1994. We got to do pages and manga content. All right. Here we go. Getting more issues. No ad break for this. Luckily, I don't have to go far. All right. Back at it. So we've got... at some point I think I was putting in like the Banana Grove Studio and the plate making credits, so that's why I had Dragon Ball specifically listed there. So let's get into editing here. So we're going down to 1994. So we're looking for getting rid of Dragon Ball duplicated from there. So then we're looking for the page count and the price and manga content. page count we can do. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 23, 4, 25, 26. I gotta show you the most confident ass advertisement I've ever seen in my life. This is just Final Fantasy VI coming out in March. That's all you need to know. Love it. All right, so we're looking for now. Nice. We're just carrying forward from previous stuff. So we're looking for Brief Return, Dr. Slump, Chapter 9, Go-Go Ackman, Chapter 7, and Slime Adventure, Chapter 7. So let's confirm all that's in there. Let's see. What do we get first? Dr. Slump. That is Chapter 9. Okay. Brief Return to Dr. Slump. Oh, all right. There is a dinosaur holding a teacup. And he is my friend. I love him. No, Kev, sorry, he's not riding a ball. He is drinking tea. We apparently have translated that song incorrectly for several decades. All right, so that's Brief Return, Dr. Slump. Chapter, what did we decide, 9? So we're looking for Slime Adventure and... what, Ackman? Oh, what's this Dragon Ball feature? Oh, this is cool. It's a spotlight on the We Gotta Power opening, actually. Nice. And then it's talking about the CD single. Oh, and there's a cute little... I will hold this up to the camera so you can see it. And there's a cute little recap of like the original series opening and ending. So this is just a cool 2-page spread showcasing the We Gotta Power opening. That's awesome. Love it. Okay. So we're still looking for manga. What the fuck are these figures? Okay. I'm going to need to scan this because it's really hard to see. Maybe I'll take a photo of this. There's just something. All right, we're going to do this live on stream and post it in the Skeet thread. There's something about these figures. What the hell are these? They've got like Janet Jackson shoulder pads out for days. All right, let's post this. I got to look into what the hell these are afterward. Oh, I didn't put Fast Kick and Krillin in the photo. That's okay. All right. For a better look at these guys, go look at Blue Sky. All right. We're still looking for what? Slime Adventure and Ackman here. Distracted. Ooh, Last Bible 2 on Game Boy. All right, so we've got Go-Go Ackman Chapter 7. Do I remember there being mistypes on some chapter numbers at some point? All right, so that is properly Chapter 7. God, I love in Go-Go Ackman Chapter 7, the angel is holding like the bottom page of the previous chapter of the manga. That is good shit there. Is that BoJack? Oh, there's an ad for movie 9, black and white. Ginga giri giri buchi giri no sugoi yatsu. Oh, it's for the anime comics specifically. Anime comics. Okay. Can I read Japanese or do I just have the titles of the movies memorized? News at 7. We're still looking for Slime Adventure, aren't we? There's some 4-koma in here. Oh, Osamu Kaneko did one with some slimes. That's cute. Did I skip Slime Adventure? Did I not find it? Is it in the back here? There it is, chapter 7. Okay. So we're good on all that stuff. We're good on those. What else we got in here? Any Dragon Ball advertisements? Nope, card ass stuff. Okay. So we can then copy that entire thing, paste it here, and increase the numbers correctly by 1. Drop down, reverse direction, increase speed. Okay. That was January. This is one of my favorite V-Jump covers of all time. This is so sick. This Gohan artwork. God, so good. So good. All right. So what do we need on this guy? So we've got the cover. We've got the credit to Toriyama, which we'll fix. We've got the page count already. We've got the price already. So we're just checking manga content on this one. Okay. Super Butoden 2. Showing off the secret characters in this. Hello, Kebabs. Good to have you. We're looking at manga stuff. Oh, I remember, I think I dug up in this V-Jump issue. This was another instance of the Bojack and Zanga, the... What's the alien race? Why am I blanking? It's in Kana somewhere. Hera. See, I read it in Japanese before I could remember it. Hera clan. Okay. Yuji Horii. All right, so we've got the brief return of Dr. Slump, and we've got gorillas kissing. Don't know if I'm allowed to show that on stream. Kinoko falling off her bike. All right, so that is, in fact, chapter 10 of that. Good there. So then we're on to looking for Ackman and Slime Adventure. Slime Adventure seems to be thrown all the way in the back. Oh, we've got promo for Great Saiyaman in Dragon Ball Z. A couple little showcase of manga stuff. I'd be curious to really dig into this and see if it says like, oh, original stories for the anime version specifically. Oh, then we get into 28th Budokai introductions a little bit here. It's talking about some of the competitors. Cool, cool, cool. Let's not get too distracted. We've got to move on. Slime Adventure Chapter 8. Okay. Was Ackman? Oh, how many chapters was Ackman? Ackman's 11 chapters. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, it might actually not be in this issue. Do I remember it skipping an issue? I guess I can look at the table of contents too and see if anything jumps out at me. Yeah, I think Ackman might actually have skipped this month. Yeah, I don't see it listed in the table of contents. Okay, so let's remember that. So let's do... Did I confirm Slime Adventure? I can't remember. Dr. Slump 10. We did not see Go-Go Ackman. I think we had Slime Adventure Chapter 8. So then those are going to get out of sync. Let's double check. Did I have Slime Adventure in the back? I don't remember if I saw it now. That's why you got to write it down the instant you see it. right? Because I get distracted by Slime Adventure Chapter 8 is in fact in there. Okay. So let's hold this one to the side just to double check Ackman stuff. But Ackman Chapter 8 is what we're looking for in the next issue. So this is and we did page count and price on this? Yes. Okay. So this is the March. Oh boy. I got bags for all these everywhere. These are still, I don't remember if these are ones I bought or if these are ones Julian bought. These must be ones Julian bought because I feel like I still have his notes in here. Yeah, oh yeah, he put and just like what's the word I'm looking for? Just a note thing in here for Ackman stuff. All right, so what do we need for this issue? This is the March issue. We've got a page count. We've got price. So, and we confirmed as well that we have Dr. Slump on the cover by Nakatsu and Yamamuro. Is that true? Yep. Yeah, both are credited there. That's really interesting. Okay, so we're looking for manga content, and we want to confirm that Ackman was indeed off an issue, so it should pick up with Chapter 8 in here somewhere. Okay. Got it. Flip in, we've got Brief Return of Dr. Slump. That is Chapter 11. Oh, well, I got to show this one on the screen. Perhaps you recognize some of these characters. Yeah, so on this cover, I wonder if who's credited first? Nakatsu? I wonder if Nakatsu drew like the main Arale and then Yamamuro drew the secondary characters in the background, maybe. If I had to guess, that would be it. All right, so we've definitely got Brief Return Dr. Slump 11. Julian earmarked something about Ackman, but I don't see a chapter there. So we'll keep flipping. That's Slime Adventure 9. So we've got Dr. Slump, we've got Slime Adventure. Do not think we've got an actual Ackman chapter again in here. Is that another one that was off for a little bit? Yeah, the only thing about Ackman is page 48 here that Julian mentioned. I wonder if maybe this is just a recap to get you up to speed. I'm trying to remember if this was promoting a game or something. I don't think the Game Boy game is out yet. Might have been. Okay, so we don't have an actual chapter of Go-Go Ackman in this one either. Yeah, Nakatsu and Yamamuro were all doing stuff on Dragon Ball and Shueisha stuff at the same time. Yeah, Nakatsu was already doing like animation and stuff and even character designs. Remember, Nakatsu was the character designer for Bardock stuff originally. Even when Yamamuro was taking over the movies, starting with movie 8, I think it was. So we've got those that we can increase by 1. So now we're going to... Next cover is Dragon Ball, drawn by Nakatsu. I really got to put these back in the bags, but I haven't been. Let me just double check that this is, in fact, yeah. This Dragon Ball cover is, in fact, drawn by Katsuyoshi Nakatsu. It's Gohan. Frieza's throwing his Kienzan at Gohan, apparently. We all remember that. Okay, so we're looking for manga stuff again. we've got Brief Return of Dr. Slump, and that is chapter 12. Should it be 12? Yep, it should be 12. So we are at chapter 12 on that. So continuing to look for manga content. We've got Slime Adventure 11. Should we be at 11? No, 10. 10. 10 is correct. 10? 10. So we're still looking for when Ackman is back. We've got an ad for movie 10. Was Ackman really off for like months? I do not see it in here. All right, let's double check the table of contents. Ackman's easy to see because it's written out in English. So if it's not there, it's not there. Okay. All right, this one I'm going to put in its bag. So we can do Brief Return Dr. Slump and Slime Adventure. Those are correctly up one more chapter, 12 and 10. All right, let's save this here. Adding some, what year is this? 1994 manga content. Make sure we didn't break the page. Okay, we're good so far. Good. All right. Oh, this one's tight. Okay. Let's edit page again. So this is a cover that has artwork. And that artwork is by a different person, right? We got a different name on here. 1994. What did I write for May? Yeah, Masahiro Naoi. His name I don't remember off the top of my head. So look it up on the site. So we're looking for all the usual suspects here. We're looking for Brief Return of Dr. Slump. What is this? Super Butoden 3? No, this is this the Genesis game? Yeah. And that's Super Butoden 2. Okay, so Brief Return of Dr. Slump, chapter 13. Should we be at 13? We should be at 13. We are at 13. Great. Okay, get that. Here's another thing for Ackman where it's just a recap of events. All right, let's be lame and just Google Translate the sidebar here. See what they're talking about. Yeah, just talking about previous events and characters. It's not actually in there. Oh, but this is where we get the first chapter of the Battle Campus Combustion, whatever the fuck it is. Okay, so we've got Brief Return Dr. Slump so far. That's it. No Ackman. Got Slime Adventure, Chapter 11. Chapter 11. Good. Got it. It's probably going to be it then. Yeah. So that's it for this month. There is a Chocobo manga running at this time, though. Very colorful. This is what we lost in V-Jump. We lost colorful, super deformed birds. Okay, so just those two on that one. Get back in your bag. And this bag is like made to fit. Oh, okay. Did we actually put in the items there? No, we didn't. So chapter 13 and chapter 11. All right, so now we should be on to the June issue. June issue, Dragon Ball is back on the cover. This is Yamamura and Chiaki Hirao. I had to guess, the background Vegeta looks more Yamamura than this front one. This front Goku is like really low shading and detail, which doesn't really strike me as Yamamura. So I wonder who got top billing. Maybe Yamamura got top billing just because he's Yamamura. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. So we don't have a page count on this one, so I got to do that. Okay. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, to 18. So otherwise, we're looking for the usual stuff. We've got Brief Return of Dr. Slump chapter 14. Should it be 14? It should be 14. We are at 14. Great. Good there. Slime Adventure chapter 12. Chapter 12. Okay. Do we get Ackman back? I don't remember. I feel like if we did, it would have been further towards the front. I gotta go back to that other page and see. So there's some 4-coma in the back here. Again, I can't remember if these are professional artists or if these are like reader submissions, but there's a couple Dragon Ball ones in here. Here we've got Gohan versus Cell. Let's see. 10. No, I don't know that name. No, don't know. So looks like no Ackman. No. What is this advertising? The anime comics for? Oh, the movie 3 anime comic, because it's also got Pink and Konosuke-sama. So yeah, the anime comics came out of order. They like started wherever they started midway through the movies, and they went back and put out the older movies as anime comics. So we just got the 2 in this one. Okay, so let's throw those in there. Return Dr. Slump 14, Slime Adventure chapter 12. Okay, so then the 2 new issues that, well, not new, but newer since I last edited the page. July and August. Hello, Zero Luck. It is indeed productive and enjoyable, at least to me. So we got to throw in all the information on the cover. Well, hey, guess who's back on the cover? Ackman. So I certainly hope we're back to Ackman in this issue. All right, so let's get things done here. So we've got the dates. So next is the franchise. It is. And then the artist. So curious if this is going to be Toriyama, or if this is going to be the lead kind of like character designer. Yeah, it's not Toriyama, of the OVA, for lack of a better phrase. Let's zoom in there and see what we got. Oh yeah, it's Naoki Miyahara. Okay. All right, so let's get that in there. All right, so then let's work backwards. So we've got 450 yen. We've got to do page count. 24, 25, 26, 27, 829, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 234 on the pages. So now we're looking for all the manga chapters. So we're going to hope we see some Ackman, or they're just promoting the... Actually, yeah, if this is July 1994 issue, they're probably promoting V-Jump Festival that year. No, at the bottom it says Go-Go Ackman, Toriyama Akira. All right. Better be a goddamn chapter of Go-Go Ackman in this book. There we go. Go-Go Ackman. Does it list a chapter number? It doesn't list a chapter number. So I think we got to go pull it off the shelf and double check that this chapter is the chapter we think it is. So this is him riding the car and the alien. So let's go grab Blank Piece Theater. I almost fell over. Did anyone see that? I don't think you saw that. All right, so we're looking for chapter 8, is it? There's only 11. Okay, so that's chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, chapter 8 is indeed. We got it. Him, the aliens. That's the one I'm looking at. Oh, my phone is there. Of course, this was originally printed in full color over in V-Jump. So we've got Go-Go Ackman chapter 8. Great. So now we want to confirm Brief Return Dr. Slump. Chapter 15. Should that be 15? That should be 15. And then we're looking for Slime Adventure chapter 13. Slime Adventure chapter 13. We got it. Okay, let's make sure there's not some other like random thing that appears. I don't think so. So we can throw everything back into the list. Chocobo manga. All right. So let's go back and copy one that has everything in it. And we'll make sure we get the right items here. So Brief Return Dr. Slump should be 15. Go-Go Ackman should be 8. And Slime Adventure should be 13 now. Great. We did it. So I have in my physical possession one more from 1994. It's the August issue. Go-Go Ackman is back on the cover. And that definitely looks like a scene from the OVA version. I'm assuming this is going to be Miyahara again for cover artwork. Phone, zoom me in that text. Yes. Okay. So we can start throwing in some of that. So. Oh, we got to get the date from the previous issue. Okay. So let's just throw in these couple things. back to the July issue to get the date of this issue. Oh shit. Fatal Fury Special for PC Engine. Love that artwork. Fuck the current incarnation of SNK, but past is what it is. Okay, so this one came out June 21st. All right, so we got that. So now we're back to doing, we want to get price and pages, then we'll check manga content. We are 450 yen again. Pages. What's the last numbered page? So ways back to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 218. So now we're looking for a manga. Let's see if it's everything this time. Yeah, V-Jump Festival 1994 promoting Goko Ackman. Okay, so this is kind of a classic. This is one you definitely see everywhere, misattributed to Toriyama. And this is the Brief Return of Dr. Slump cover. That is the Street Fighter parody. But that is, of course, not Toriyama. It's Katsuyoshi Nakatsu. All right, so that is chapter 16. Is that Slime Adventure that I just skipped over? Yes, Slime Adventure 14. Did I get that right? Was that Dr. Slump 16? Double check that. 16. Okay. 16 and 14. That's correct. Okay. So now we're looking for Ackman. If that's in here, as it should be. Oh, the movies this time of year were Dr. Slump movie, DBZ movie 11 and Slam Dunk. That's what we're promoting. What are we looking for? Ackman. Is Ackman in here or is Ackman off? Is Toriyama too busy? I don't actually see Ackman in here. All right, let's double check the table of contents. Oh no, go Ackman, 144. I skipped over it. Oh yeah. Somehow missed it. Oh, it's like really dense here. So this is interesting in that this one is only the title page is in color, the rest is black and white. But almost some of it looks, maybe it's just because it's so dark. Some of it looks like it might have been anime original, but no, it's not. It's just Toriyama using a lot of dark tones in here. We got these little characters. Like, how many times have we seen some of these designs repurposed in Dragon Ball? So that's definitely the next chapter of Ackman. Oh, let's not get rid of that yet. So these can all be increased by 1. Chapter 16, Goko Ackman. Chapter 9, Slime Adventure. Chapter 14. So the only other thing we can do here, and it looks like I already did it, was put in the next issue's release date, which is July 21st. Is that in fact what it says? Yeah, July 21st. Okay. So let's just say filling in more 1994 information. Let's copy. Let's preview. Make sure we didn't break anything there. No, we're good. We got all that. We were correct. I love that we have a page for Miyahara already. All right, so now we can, oh, thank you. Yes, I see it, the 114. Got it. Saw it right as you saw it. All right, we are good. Let's save the changes. So what we can do now is try to look for at least filling in cover art and maybe some like prices for some of these issues. So what I like to do is really just take the text from VJump, go to Mercari, type in VJump 1994, see what we get. We're looking for the September, October, November, December issues. So let's see what pops up here. A lot of strategy guides. So this must be the era. And we've seen that cover. We've seen that cover. We just looked at that one. We've seen that cover. So this one, we're looking for covers we don't know. Oh, here's September. Okay. So let's see what we can glean out of a listing here. Oh, we got a lot of good pages. Great. Okay. This issue looks like it's in bad shape, but so this is the September issue. So let's go ahead and edit the page. So this is September. We already have the date for it. So what can we get out of the cover? Well, the cover is Dr. Slump. So we can do, she's wearing a Goku mask. That's fun. So we can at least throw Dr. Slump in there. We can probably get the price, which is 450 yen. Confirm that. I don't know how much else we'll be able to actually get out of the pictures here. Without them. All right, so we've confirmed Dr. Slump, brief return Dr. Slump chapter 17. That's helpful. So we can at least throw that in there. Nice. Okay. So that's probably it out of that listing. Let's move on, see what else we see here. Not a whole lot. Like, that's it on Mercari right now. So let's go over to the auctions. See if we get anything there. That first listing there, that is the VJump Festival supplemental booklet. Pretty sure I gave one of those away at Otakon. August issue, that's the one we were just looking at. July, April, October. All right, here's an October listing. So what do we get out of this? We have Dragon Ball on the cover. All right, so let's go over here. So that's the very next one. Perfect. So we don't know the date for that one, but we do know Dragon Ball. And we do know 450 yen. So we can do that. What else can we get out of? Oh, we got a table of contents here. Okay, so we know we've got Go-Go Ackman. Looking for Slime Adventure. Do they specifically list it? There it is. Slime Adventures in here as well. So we can do like maybe chapter TBD on those. Looking for, oh, there's Brief Return Dr. Slump. So we can do, so what do we know? A couple things here. So if we're going to copy all of those that we know, those are all there from that one to go to this one. We know this is going to be Brief Return of Dr. Slump. We know it is in the previous issue. We know it's in this issue. So it's going to be 18. We know Go-Go Ackman is in here, but we don't know for sure if it was in the previous issue or not. And Slime Adventure, we also don't know for sure. So we can at least do chapter TBDs on those. Anything else in the photos here? That's oh, this one came with that Chrono Trigger poster. Nice. Is that the one that came with the? No, that's not the one that came with the DS game. DS one is where she's shooting the fire. Dragon Quest 6. Okay. So, we got a couple things out of that listing. That was good. March 94, we're good. April, September we just did, but let's see if we can get any other information out of this listing here. Yep, here we go. Table of contents. That's helpful. So we know brief return to Dr. Slump. Did we already know that in there? September. Yeah, we knew that was in there because we saw the actual photo of it. Go-Go Ackman is in there. Okay. So we can backfill Go-Go Ackman chapter TBDs here. So if that was 9, then that's definitely 10. And then that one is there for 11, which means the last chapter of Go-Go Ackman was in the October 1994 issue. Great. That's good to fill in. And we're looking for Slime Adventure on this one too. Shiraima Bokenki. There it is. So we can list Slime Adventure as well. And I guess we're going to just do... Oh, we already have it as chapter TBD. Got it. Okay. Are we correct on this? This is the September issue that we're saying. Oh, no, we didn't have Slime Adventure in here yet. So let's throw in Slime Adventure TBD. But if that's 14 and we know it's here, and that's 15, and then that's 16, and then that all makes sense. All right, let's preview the page. Just double check. So we know we left off on August, which I own, 16, 9, 14, 17, 10, 15, 18, 11, 16. Correct. Great. Okay. So that was September. Anything else we can get out of this? Probably not. No. Okay. I see November here. Let's take a look at November. We got table of contents. Interesting. It's Go-Go Ackman is listed here again too. But Go-Go Ackman's only 11 chapters. Oh, okay. So this is something we have to really be aware of. And I'm going to edit some of those. So we know that one was 17. We don't, in fact, have a photo of that one. We're going to do TBDs on these, actually. And the reason I say that is because, let me just get these in there, is when we were doing the Cashman manga chapters, there was that one chapter that was not a regular Cashman manga chapter by Nakatsuru. It was an anime comic of the V-Jump Festival OVA. So there's a possibility that one of the Ackman comics in here, throwing us out of whack with there being one too many, might be an anime comic adaptation of the V-Jump Festival OVA that year. So I'm going to need to actually get the issues and or see a real photo from that issue to confirm that. So that's why you probably really shouldn't throw exact numbers on these without seeing it for yourself. I shouldn't have done that. So I'm glad I caught myself there on that. So then let's go back to this. We know we saw a number on 17 for Brief Return Dr. Slump there on that one. So we're good there. We didn't see numbers for Ackman or Slime Adventure. Slime Adventure also got V-Jump Festival OVAs 3 times actually over the span of half a dozen years there. If I had to guess, these are all normal Slime Adventure chapters. But Ackman, there's a possibility that one of those is not actually it. So we'll want to follow along. So what are we looking at here? We're looking at November, and we know that we've at least got something Ackman. We've got something Brief Return of Dr. Slump, and we've got Slime Adventure. So do we just have TBDs on all those? No, that's the October issue. We're looking at the November issue. So we got to go do a similar thing there and just do TBDs on all those. See if that's price, page count, manga. All right. Price on this one is $470. Cover on this one is Dragon Ball. Okay. It looks at some point I got the release date for the December issue. All right, let's preview again. Make sure we didn't break the page here. $94. Okay, so we've got those. We've got TBDs. We've got TBDs on those. Great. Great. Okay, that's all good. Oh, actually, can we see the cover artist on this? Oh, no. I don't know. I don't think I can read that name. Yeah, I'm ad blocking you. Oh, man. All right. Sorry, Internet. Let's try Google Translate on that. Kazuya Hisada? Wonderful. We have him in the animation styles guide. All right. Let's double check. Yep, that's that name. Perfect. Look at that. So we can at least put in the cover artist for the November issue. Oh, and look, there's the December issue's date, which I already have. Okay, so we're going down to, this is the November issue, and then that's going to be their name there. Did I miss any other? Yeah, we looked at table of contents. And I didn't get release dates from some of those. So let's go backwards. We're looking for release dates for October and November. So we're looking for the September and October issues. Did they show the table of contents on this one? Yes. Okay. So the October issue is out August 22nd. And so now we're looking for the October issue to find the November date. Do we have October anywhere on here? Yes. Did this one have a table of contents? It must have, because we were referring to that there. Great. This is very helpful. Okay, so we got September 21st. Okay. Nice to fill that in. All right, let's preview that. That all checks out. Cool. Great to have the release dates in there for all that. August, September, October. That makes sense. Cool. So now we're just looking for the, is there a December issue listing? November. No, I don't see a December issue. We didn't see it under Mercari. I guess we could try looking under Rakuten or other auctions. I usually don't have any luck here. No. No, I'm not going to get anything there. All right, so let's just save this. Save it. Double check it. Okay, so 1994. Let's read down the dates at least. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Correct. Release dates November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. That is correct. I wonder if we just do a... There we go. Oh, this is, one of those. I don't want to refer to these, the Flickr bootleg sites. We can at least pull, some of that info off the cover. So that's what? Dr. Slump, 450. All right, good enough. Okay. Otherwise, look good, right? We never got that stuff. Okay. So now we could do a few things. I could call it. How long has it been? How long have I been going? Hour and a half. Jeez. Okay. I do actually have to get going in under an hour. So maybe I will. I'm not ready to fill it. Maybe we can at least just fill out the table for 95 and just get the rest of the months in there. Boring work that no one likes to do, but you got to do. I've actually gotten one more 95 issue in the meantime. I got that October issue, the one right before. So we could do the tables here, and then we'll do the contents from that October issue, I think is what we'll do here. All right, so that's March 1995 and TBD on that. March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. All right. And then I guess let's preview that real quick to make sure that all works. Yes. And then let me go get the one other issue I got. So from the last couple of streams when we were talking about the Go-Go Ackman 3 game promotional manga, I wanted to get the issue before it just to see how it promoted it. And so I do have that now. And I actually bent my spine enough to get a scan of it down in the corner. But it does talk about it coming. That doesn't say a whole heck of a lot. But we can at least fill in some things here for this issue like we did for November, December. So let's scroll on down. So we can do price is $4.50. We can do page count. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 220. Okay. And then, so we don't have the date for this, but we have the cover is Dragon Quest, and specifically that's Dragon Quest 6. Let's see the artwork. I'm going to guess is Nakatsuru. Don't think that's Toriyama. That is Nakatsuru. Why don't I just copy this instead of constantly Typing his name wrong. A little piece of paper fell out of this issue. All right, so now we're looking for manga content, which at this point should just be Brief Return on Dr. Slump Chapter 30 and Slime Adventure Chapter 28. Let's double check that stuff. Yep. Brief Return on Dr. Slump Chapter 30, that checks out. And then Slime Adventure Chapter 28, that checks out. Okay. That in there. Copy that, paste that, decrease, delete, decrease. So that should be the October 1995 issue, which now has Dragon Quest, Katsuyoshi Nakazuru, Brief Return Dr. Slump, Chapter 30, Slime Adventure, Chapter 28. Perfect. Make sure there's nothing else randomly in here. No, I saw Ackman, but it's just promo for the game again. There's actually something in here that I think is a contest about designing some characters. So I'm going to have to take a look at that. And I think they say that they'll announce it in the January issue. And I have all of 1996. So I got to go check out that January 96 issue and see if they announced some Go-Go Ackman contest winners to appear in Go-Go Ackman 3, the video game. I guess I can do that real quick before I go. See if it's actually in there. Any other manga in here? No. Interesting, in the back here is reused artwork of that weird Goku that I don't think he's Yamamuro. So let me go grab the January 96 issue real quick. Yeah, Kev, I was thinking about that. If there's a gap on the manga chapters. So do we want to like try Dr. Slump here? Because at least that one will work. So 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Hey, we got that one right. So Brief Return Dr. Slump. Also, there could be like, you don't know. Maybe there was a double chapter, one issue or something like that that you just didn't know about. But that's probably true. And then I guess we could do Slime Adventure as well. Slime Adventure 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 5, 6, 7, 28. Yeah, that lines up too. So in all likelihood, those are in fact those, but until I see it for myself with my own hands, probably not going to put in the number there. Let me grab that January issue real quick. And there's always a possibility that they didn't actually announce it. So speaking of contests and announcements, one of the things we were working on with like Dragon Ball Fusions was, I think they were going to like put some, I'd have to go back to the original stuff we scanned. They asked for contest entries, not just for fusions in the game, but I think they specifically said they were going to put them in the manga too. And like no original characters ever showed up in the Dragon Ball Fusions manga. So it's possible they like just didn't announce the winners or ever do anything with them. I have played very, very little of the Go-Go Ackman video games. Kind of always meant to and never did. So we're looking for Ackman stuff. Suikoden. Should probably just look. Here we go. Just Go-Go Ackman. So this is, again, Go-Go Ackman 3, the manga. Chapter 3 of that. So here we go with video game stuff. So there are definitely some designs here. It says stage 1, stage 2 1, stage 2 2, stage 3 1, with some designs on characters. So I don't know if these are like designs that I'd have to like really scour the page here and see what they're talking about. Curious. There's a bird on the next page too. New. What is some of this stuff? I don't know. I don't know. I have to take a closer look. It doesn't scream contest winners to me, though. Anything like that. Just kind of characters and names. No, that's that. So, folks, we did it. We did another streaming session here for an hour and a half. What did we accomplish? We accomplished backfilling information from the second trial run. We did all of the art credits on those and filled in some pages and price stuff. We had 93 done. We filled in 94, missing information from everything I owned. We looked through some auction and third-party retailers to get some information here about covers and prices and some manga contents. And then 95, we filled out rows I didn't have and then filled in the October information. That was pretty good. Is there anything else? That's probably it. It's probably where I'm going to leave it here. So I guess let's just scroll real quickly to see where else we leave off. I owned all of 96. I owned all of 97. We did those live on stream. And then, wow, look at that gap. We go to 2014 for some reason. Because that's probably where I started this wiki page back in, 2014. You know what, before we go, let's dive back into the page edit history to see when I did actually start all this. So I filled out I have 2014 through the present day, which is crazy that's over a decade of information there. And those are all official images. So we got to fill in 1998 to 2013. So of those, I've got all of 2013. I have probably like half of 2012. Got a little bit of 2011. I think the only 3 issues of 2011 I have actually are the episode of Bardock issues. And then I've got some random piles of a couple spans of years in there. But yeah, this is like the black hole era, post 98 for me. So, all right, that's that. Good times. I will throw the archive up on YouTube. Continuing to play with the actual stream itself. You know, I threw the chat onto it this time. I think I want to move like the scroll bar. Maybe I'll crop that off in the next go around. Just continuing to futz with it a little bit, see what works, what folks like or not. Really, this is just an excuse for me to get some work done and talk to myself in the meantime. So thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. Thanks for putting up with a couple ad breaks while we swapped out issues. Thanks for not seeing me on screen as I nearly fell over. That's it. We will be back on Twitch 8 p.m.-ish Eastern tonight for regular Mario Kart streaming. So, yeah, mostly talk to myself. I do a lot of talking to myself. So I'll see you tonight for Mario Kart streaming. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your Saturday, whether or not I see you later, but I hope to see you later. Bye.